Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypt Monkey Paints. Finally, I know we had like delay after delay after delay. So I'm sorry, and I love you, and thank you for coming back. Today I am working on the board game Nemesis again. But I'm actually working on the characters, so they're itty bitty little baby ones. Um, cute. Oh, I forgot we moved my camera too. Like used to be up here, and now it's down here, so that's gonna be a little bit of an adjustment. I'm gonna keep like trying to go up high. I like it though. So each one of these characters has a little ring that goes on their base that color codes them. So, like, the medic is pink, the scout is purple, the mechanic is orange, soldier is red, and then we have other ones over here. And also, because this is not my board game, I sleeved each one of the boards for the players so that, because we all know how klutzy I am, so that if I spill any paint or anything, they're completely protected. So like the scout is back here and she's sleeved. So there's a shine on it, but it's back there. I love you guys, but it's back there's a color reference for me, not necessarily so you guys could see the piece. But this is actually the player board for if you pick the scout. So, and that's like a little, I find this really nice that they put like, you know, that's the scout. That's what she looks like. But you wouldn't necessarily pick that character. So they put a little diagram of that's her right there. And I like that.
That is cool.
That's kind of cool. Forward thinking, man. I like it. So I have 4 of these guys out, and what I did, and these are the little base pieces that get put on there. But what I went ahead and did was I am going to also color code their actual bases. Excuse me, so that, I mean, I would put that ring on there still because I like to, but you don't have to anymore. So all I did was get the colors down on these guys. I've got them all out. Not all. I've got all the characters out, but I've got 4 of them ready for me to paint on. And I just got the base coat down. Literally the coat of paint on the base is what I mean, not base coat. Because that way, as I'm picking up and setting down, that's already done, and the color coding is there for me to kind of to help me. What I'm going to try to do is like on the mechanic, I don't want to exactly match her card because she's wearing like a lot of yellows and greens, like an army mechanic. I do kind of want to match, but I also want to bring more pink into her actual outfit because she's pink, and that'll just make it where she's really easily identifiable during gameplay. So the same with like the soldier, trying to stick to red tones. The mechanic is really the only one on the whole board that is like her coat is yellow. And her shirt is white with red stripes. But I don't really want to do that. I want to bring more. But I do like the idea of the army green on her hat. Cool. Maybe even trying to do the little plus sign. She's got a little patch on her shoulder. I wouldn't be able to do it on that shoulder. It's got a bunch of stuff on it. But I could maybe do the patch right there. But I could probably do the patch right there. But, so, anyway. That's the plan. So I've got a couple of characters out in case I have to bounce back and forth. Or in case, a miracle happens and I get done really quickly. You never know. So, and I also, because I might be jumping back and forth between characters, I did also get out my wet palette. Because there's not going to be a whole lot of dry brushing on this. It's going to be a lot of details. Like working on details instead because they're so tiny. They're pretty much all. So because I have the most different shades of purple, start the purple girl scout. But she's going to be fun anyway. And I see Sawdust already joining in. That went crazy. Anyway. So hello Sawdust. And I'm not sure who else is in chat because, well, I saw Cora. So hello Cora. But, I saw you 5 seconds ago.
Or might be in now because
Cora's
puppy dog.
Yeah, probably muted because they are currently babysitting the crazy puppy. I'm looking to see if I have any other purples that I want to grab. But no, I don't.
Sunbury.
Hi, Sunbaram. We're going to start with purple tonight, and I'm going to have to. So, I am sorry about the shine back there. If I didn't have the cards in a protective sleeve, they wouldn't be shiny. But it's not my board game. And actually, even if it was my board game, those suckers would be protected because I'm a klutz when it comes to paint. So there's no way in hell I would not have those protected while I'm painting back here. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love my board game, so there's no way. No, it's going to be protected.
Baron, thank you for the 19 bits. Party bit.
Oh, yes, they're little hats. Party hats. So. You will have to check and make sure I'm in the right spot for focus. If you don't mind, please, good sir.
Everybody's going to blurry. My headache, I'm seeing everything.
Ty is not feeling the bestest in the world. So he will be in and out as I thought I was, but I tilted the camera so I wasn't positive. But unfortunately, I have a little bit of a shine happening from the lights hitting the TV. So sometimes it's a little, like, I can see the chat really well, but, like, the screen itself gets a little bit shiny for me. I mean, like, she's carrying a gun, so it's not like I'm going to paint her everything in purple. Like I said, I just want to have... I want her to be easily identifiable, so purple is her color. We're going to have a lot of purple. But in the picture, she does have purple hair, so we will go with purple hair. Eventually, I will actually have this whole board game finished. And I have decided that my reward for finishing this board game, I'm going to paint one of my own board games. Of course, that's going to be Blood Rage. I love Blood. I love playing Blood. And honestly, it's got some really awesome monsters. They're going to be a lot of fun to paint. This is one of the reasons I prefer to paint monsters.
Because of this.
Because of the size.
I prefer
Killing us with the monster.
the content.
I just got a commission to paint another Godzilla, which is going to be really, really fun. Because he had a very... Not... He had a very specific, that's the word I'm looking. He had a very specific look that he wanted. And it's very glowy blue, which is sort of what I did already, except no green. It's going to be like very glowy blue and then a lot of black. It's going to be a lot of fun to get done. Very cool style. Oh, and very, very soon, we are going to be at DICON. That's part of the reason I wanted to work on this tonight, is because the gentleman that I'm painting this for, I will be meeting at Daikon, and over his baby, who I've had for way too long. Almost looks like a corset going around, laced up back. So paint this purple as well. And basically I'm going around with this purple with a lot of stuff because it's my darkest purple. So that's going to allow me to have this purple kind of be my shading. And then I can come in, and do brighter spots with the other purple. As tiny as these were, I thought for sure I would get this part done and then have to stop with this model because I'd gotten all of this color done. So that's kind of why I wanted to make sure I had a couple of them out for myself. But she's drying fairly quick. Just stay on the one model until she's done.
Worst about break.
Why is that? You're gonna have to get better at cleaning those.
I know.
What version did they get? Same one, yeah. That's funny because we've only had that version of her for a while. But now we have the version of her where she's actually got her bow down and where she's got a wolf mount.
Wolf mount.
That wolf mount is so freaking cool looking. Wish her arms weren't in here.
Just occurs to me that nobody probably hears me because I'm always yelling at you about make sure you're speaking up, and I wasn't speaking.
Well, I can almost guarantee you that Sunbrand can't hear us at all because they are currently kind of looks pretty pale, this picture. So I'm going to go with this Scholar Flesh for her skin tone. Pretty light skinned. Just hate that. It's like I'm fine, and then I get on, we get on camera, and now I want to. It's just driving me crazy. Hey, Gareth.
Hello, Gareth.
Yes, you got me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say earlier is got the volume down, which I appreciate with my headache.
Yeah.
But you don't want to mess up on that because it's the board game stuff. It's still going to get you.
It's still going to get me, but it won't get me as bad, hopefully. But yeah, I know your head's killing you. We've got it loud enough that it's an announcement still.
Yeah, I'm sure it's louder for you. All point.
And Gareth, I am using my wet palette tonight. It looks like in the picture she's wearing gloves. I think the only flesh we really have is right here on the a bit on. Looks like even her collar. Oops. Over a little. Maybe I won't tink on my thing. The thing that holds the thing that makes my voice sound to where you guys can hear it. Does that make sense?
Mike.
Yes, thank you. The mic stand. Oh, you went over to Dairy Delight? You were saying you wanted to get something quick for dinner. No, I don't think I've eaten Dairy Delight in year. I don't think we've eaten Dairy Delight since we moved over to this side of town.
Nope, not since before 2011.
It was nice when we lived over there because we could just kind of walk over and sit outside and have ice cream or have a burger, that sort of stuff. But just haven't done it in forever.
Um, Aaron says we always forget they're there, but they have good food.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's nothing more than like legitimately forgetting they're there. It was really convenient to eat there when we lived over there.
They were right down the street.
Yeah, like I said, it was nice to walk with the kids down the street, get ice cream, get a burger, get fries. Love me some fries.
Sarah says I've never eaten Dairy Delight and I feel left out. Sounds like the knockoff Dairy.
Oh, we got Dairy Queen too.
Um,
I do
I've
think it's a
seen.
mom and pop shop.
I think they're a mom and pop place, but I also think I've seen them in other places. But it could just be one of those things too, like Sam's Pub or see from. They're not affiliated.
I mean, it's basically it's an ice cream shop. They've got the big things where you pull it up and you scoop up ice cream out of. Um, so it's not really a knockoff.
It's
It's much more like a mom and pop ice cream shop,
it's like the old window
like Baskin Robbins
restaurant.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do her boots in black. Because they do look like they kind of, well, you know what? I'm not. I think I'm like dark plate metal, I think. A good color. It's me. Again, I know you guys can't really see what I'm looking at, and I apologize. But I also don't really want to get it any closer to the paint than it already is. Now that I've potentially got paint on my hands and stuff. So I've got the queen left to do, because I am saving her for the last piece. I've got the little aliens that run around. Got them base coated in black, but actually paint them, which they'll be probably a, a darker flesh tone than what she got. But the alien babies, browny, fleshy. I'm trailing off. Sorry. It really boils down to painting little things. The smaller the item is that I'm painting, the quieter I get. Making sure on camera because I forgot to surprise.
about it. See in there, like once you use their ads, like they almost a half hour away from our last favorite item ads, and
Yeah, it really does feel like we go invisible when we don't have ads running.
when we didn't really used to use ads, things were they were as Gareth says I know that one. Not sure if he's talking about ads or if he's talking about
I think he's referring to the quiet. The smaller something is, the quieter we get. I mean, half the time it feels like you just kind of zone into your own little, like nothing exists outside of that little square. Like everything else is gone. I've even, I was posting some pictures earlier in Discord
he
of,
does say being quiet.
I assumed. I was pretty sure I was right on that one. I keep forgetting the camera's not up there. Like, it's right here, it's right here. Anyway, um, I was in my office working on embroidery because my embroidery machine has been too quiet for too long. So I decided to get a bunch of patches made. And I was posting pictures in there. I was like, you know what I'll do is I'll work on patches while I'll let the machine run while I'm doing other things, and I'll paint. I've got a big snake cobra dragon I'm working on, and I'll paint on that while the machine's running. Fix that. And I would get fixated on the details, and the machine would just sit. I'm like, okay, gotta do one or the other. Gotta do something else while I'm waiting for the machine, or I've got to paint these tiny details because I can't do both. Even with that big, giant, like, constant noise, I completely lose out on it. I like this color, but I am going to use something else to deepen this color up.
You're a little high.
Sorry. I feel like she's too shiny. So I'm definitely digging out a shade. Not sure what. It's the inside of her arm as well. Hit right. You know what? I'm even gonna go on a smaller because it's because her weapon is right there. It's not super easy to hit. The chest area at all because her weapon is coming across and she's tightly holding on. Which, she's fighting aliens. Why wouldn't you? Absolutely agree with her stance. It just makes it difficult. Then again, Gareth is painting something where he's put the head on a spit. Seems a little cruel. I don't know what that guy ever did to you. It does make it easier to paint, although I have never painted a head on a spit. I think I have to put that on my bucket list of painting.
Count.
Oh, that's true. I did do that.
I mean, you at least you painted it and then you put it on a bike.
It looks so awesome. And it just sits by our front door.
Guarding the keys.
Yep. You want to borrow my vehicle? Gotta ask Fred.
Fred the Head.
So many tiny spots. Don't really like. What purple is that? That's the orc's blood. The orc's blood is the one that I used on her pants, and it's very pink. I will admit, I did forget to do an alter the stream.
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
So just like last time, when I forget, it is definitely you guys win. Basically, go on the Etsy page, find something you want me to paint, and spend your points, and I will paint it. I will probably not do the normal scale just because it is definitely easier to paint larger. So if it's already and also if it's huge, then I'll shrink it down. If it's tiny, I'll shrink it up. That's not a thing. But anyway, that's what happens when I forget. You guys get to have free reign to go pick anything. I've got. It's hard for me to tell the difference between toxic boils and mutant hue. In the bottle, they look different. Mutant hue's got kind of more of a. Nope. I can't come up with it. Anyway, on the palette, like I have to remember which one is where. I had a word that I'm like, I think it's this word, and then the word left. So sword. It's a certain color tone. See, this is what I'm saying. Like I have issues with colors. They're very difficult for me to identify what is. So I am using. This one is the toxic boils because you'd have boils in your hair, right? Very, very lightly trying to brush some highlights for. Excuse. Okay, so we know Sunbaran had burgers, and I'm assuming a side of ice cream for dinner. What about everybody else?
And I haven't eaten yet.
Well, I know, that's why I'm asking what everyone else has eaten.
Trying to get ideas.
Although realistically, it's probably going to be like mac and cheese. That's kind of sound.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Peter J. Hackgrip, and I have a warning for you. Someone has altered the stream.
All right, Gareth, what are we doing?
Lorgrim the Viking bust.
Good choice, good sir. Good choice.
But I know I've been wanting you to.
Yeah, he's got like a ferret or something like on his shoulder. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's freaking awesome. And good choice.
Oh, and Creepshow had pasta con broccoli with mushrooms and extra bacon. That sounds. I mean, maybe not to you because of the veggies.
Well, I'm just gonna say it sounds like to me that you ruined the bacon. Just saying. Just bacon, dude. Bacon.
Well, that's silly anyway. I mean, bacon and dirt sounds good to me. Pasta con broccoli. with mushrooms and extra bacon. That sounds wonderful. That all just sounds like good. Put it in a bowl and give me a spoon.
No.
Gareth says, you always wanted to paint more busts, so here's your chance.
Thank you. Her hair was split right there pretty like drastically, so I was trying to put the flesh in the line. A little deep. Yeah, that bust is pretty nice looking. And like I said, he's got some animal on his side. I don't remember what. Like completely drawing a blank.
Oh, it does look like a fish. C2.
Yeah. He's so cute.
Inks are a ferret or something there.
Oh yeah, I bet it's a minx. I mean, it also gives me eyeballs. It also gives me an opportunity to do chainmail, which I think will be really, really fun.
Good call.
Obviously, got way more than I should have on her eye. So, it's a little bit of skin tone back there. And honestly, I can't even see her lips. Got my pinkish color here. And I'm kind of aiming for where her lips.
The little skit running through my head for this Viking bust. He's looking at the little minx or the ferret and he's saying, why did you eat my other arm?
Now I wish I had a little bit of black out that I could do. Damn it, I always forget this one's clogged. I hate that so much. Oh, it isn't. See, and the frustration with that is exactly how I end up splattering paint every. Carefully. All I need. Literally, I just need it for eyebrows. Stop. Again, I can't actually see her eyebrows, so I'm going about where an eyebrow should be. I'm not, because my paint dried already. And no, I have not actually hit the model. Messed that one up. I'll let it dry and then I'll put some more skin tone over it. This is why I hate tiny models. I like doing intricate eyeballs, fun things that I can see what I'm doing. I'm like, I know she's got eyebrows. I can't fucking find them anywhere.
Gareth says, or just don't worry about the eyebrows.
Yeah, hindsight and all. Fuck it. More fun too. try and fail than to not try at all.
By that standard, I should be having a blast all the time.
Oh, another fun thing that I put up on the Etsy page is mystery mystery minis.
What section was that?
It doesn't actually have a section because I don't know where to put it.
Oh, I found it anyway.
I kind of want to put it in each person's section, but Etsy doesn't allow me to put it in multiple sections. Putting a brighter pink on this thing. I just looked up and I was like, oh my god, I'm way off. But no thoughts.
No thoughts about what? I'm sorry, I was finding that link.
On what section I should have actually put it in.
Oh.
I think I want to get my shiny purple, my metallic purple. Give a kind of dry brush for air.
I mean, I really don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't fit anywhere.
If we, I think maybe it's fine for right now, but we've talked about doing like misprints, mystery mini box or something. Then we could just do like generic miniatures section or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Thought says the section of can't find it later. Kind of fun. I mean, obviously, you got to be in the mode of, I want this size, and your selection stops there. But we're going to send something cool. A lot of these
misprints.
Yeah, a lot of the smaller ones anyway are ones where you printed it for a customer, but you printed two just in case there was a misprint, right? You probably already said that. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
I was wrapped up in what I was doing.
No, and yeah, you're right though. Basically what that section is I'm looking for a shade. I think I'm going to use this. I've got a purple shade. I'm going to do that on the silver armor to kind of tone it down some. No, I mean, but that's really what it is there's a lot of times where I've got a model that is very intricate and I'm like, okay, I'm going to break this. I know something's going to go wrong when I'm cleaning it or anything like that. So I print 2 or 3 of them and then I break one and then 2 are fine, or I print 2 and they're both fine. So I usually, like when it comes to the character models, I usually print 2 at a time anytime somebody orders 1. And sometimes I look at it and I'm like, okay, that's got like a 50-50 shot of breaking and shipping. So I'm just going to ship them both just in case. And other times I'm like, okay, it made it through cleaning, it'll make it through shipping.
And then some of the bigger ones are from things like we just printed it, or it was like for fun, or it was like, I know we had one around that was a cancellation that I couldn't believe kept happening, but
yeah, oh god, that was heart-wrenching. So we had one that was, I printed one of the larger ones that I printed it because somebody had ordered it and it was done, it was ready to ship, and I started packing it up, and then I realized that's not what they ordered. They ordered the other version of it. And I'm like, well, shit.
Oh.
So I legitimately had just printed the wrong version. And multiple times I had set myself up to go, I'm like, okay, you know what? I've got everything together. I'm just going to assemble it and I'm going to paint it myself. And then I get busy and I don't have time to paint it. So then I put it back down again. So that keeps happening with one of them. So that's one of the larger minis selections for the mystery, is because I printed it out and didn't need it yet. Another one was, it was the first time I had printed it. And I thought for sure it was going to fail. And so I had extra bits in the print. And then I realized when it printed perfectly. But I was so close with the extra bits that it didn't make any sense to just not reprint or print the pieces that I needed to finish that order.
Hi, Bali Tempest.
Hi, Bali. And then I would be able to have, 2 full ones done. So some of the things are things like that. Other ones are, I was almost done with an order and somebody canceled it, so I have an extra, or printed it out for myself and just never gonna happen. So mystery box, yay! And who doesn't love a good mystery box?
I don't think the one I was referring to earlier is not one of these, correct?
It is not one of these.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and tell the story.
Yes, but make sure you tell all of the story.
You may have to fill in blanks.
Okay, I will fill in blanks.
So again, this is not one of these mystery boxes, but it was what was happening that made us decide to do this, I think.
Yes.
I mean, and the pile of other dupes and duplicates and stuff. But we had someone order the Cthulhu, which is surprisingly not ordered that much. We really thought people were going to enjoy that big Cthulhu and want that on their table or something. But because at cons, I mean, like, you've sold the one you painted twice. No. How many times? Four times.
4 painted versions I have sold of that thing so far.
But online, folks don't really choose that one. So we were happily surprised a month ago, maybe not quite that long ago, when somebody picked it up, but then they canceled once it was, a piece or two away from being completed.
So I'm going to stop you there and fill in a little bit of a gap there. So the worst part was they wanted to expedite the order.
Oh, yeah, I did forget that.
So I put them above some other people to get them printed sooner because they had a game coming they needed it for. And I even said, like, just so you're telling me you need it by this date, and I can, if you don't upgrade your shipping, I don't know if it's going to make it even with me printing it right now, because it doesn't take, it takes a little bit, but you have to keep in mind that this piece takes a lot of assembly as well, and it takes a while to paint. So even if I move it up in the schedule and get you printed out really quickly and shipped really quickly, will you actually have enough time to get this piece done? He's like, yeah, it's great. I'm like, okay, I'll ship it by Saturday. He's like, that'd be perfect. Awesome. Saturday morning, he wants to cancel the order.
Things happen. I mean, we know that. But the thing is, yeah, and it was, I thought 1 or 2 pieces away from being completed.
It was 1 print, and it takes 5 prints to get it done.
So it was canceled. And then less than a week later, somebody else wanted to buy it. And we're like, all right.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm almost done.
That's great. So we didn't waste all that resin, right? And then I don't remember how long it was in. And that person unfortunately canceled too.
It was the next morning they canceled.
Yeah. Like buying a car. You got to talk to your wife, guys.
That was what happened. Was he was like, so I spent money I wasn't allowed to spend. I need to cancel this. I'm like, got you, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, especially right now, inflation's high and bonus at the gas pump. Rough to spend money on entertainment stuff.
But it was like, seriously, how I was so excited when it sold again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, awesome. It's done. It's almost done. I'll be able to ship it right away for him.
Yeah. And then, but we did sell, the next person picked it up and kept it, I think.
Yes. And then, yeah, because that was the other thing. Because then it sold again. And I'm like, they'll cancel anyway.
Yeah.
But I was just like not even excited. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and print the last piece.
I wish, so we've
And,
sold
yeah.
this 4 times, so we don't have one to show you right now, but it's a wonderful piece. I think you painted it on
I
stream
painted
way early.
parts of it on stream, yeah.
Which reminds me, I think we decided sometime in the first half of June we're gonna celebrate our 1 year streaming. So we'll do a giveaway for that.
We will.
But yeah, that's where we got the idea for this mystery box.
Yeah, because I'm like,
We'll see how it goes.
like, it got ordered again. I'm like, and that one actually he didn't cancel. And then the really cool thing was it sold again. So technically it sold 4 times. But we only actually sold it twice because the other, 2 got canceled.
Yeah. It's a great piece.
It is a great piece. I really like it. And like I said, at cons, it's very popular.
Sunbaron, thank you for your 21 bits.
Thank you, Sunbaran. I think those are pity bits for having to deal with all of that.
I thought it was a good story. I wasn't trying to get pity. 1 year already. Yeah. Yeah, Sunbaron.
It's crazy, right?
It doesn't seem like that long.
No, it really doesn't. Okay, now
Oh, laugh out loud, no, she says, and gives us 100 bits. Thank you. And we got the explosion.
That's pity bits.
That's pretty okay.
Oh, did I miss the bomb? Damn it.
Yeah, you did miss it.
Okay, now I've got my black shiny scales. Night scale. Because it is like a crate. No. Grate. A grate floor. Not like grating, like spaceship.
A
great floor. So I do want to have it like dark, but I want that purple to show. So I'm going to go around the bottom of the base with the night scale to clean up, the obvious. And then I'm going to dry brush really, really lightly over the top.
Sawdust, thank you for the 20 bits. Corgi heads.
Corgis. Thank you for the bits, guys. Pity bits, I'll take them. That didn't get me.
Got me.
It did?
It didn't hurt my head. It just made me
That's
tense
good,
up.
yeah. I know we do have it lower, and I know I said it already, but Ty's head is... I'm actually impressed that he's been sitting here as long as he has, because I was expecting him to start us up and then abandon me because his head hurt.
You pulled a face when I said that, so...
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I probably did pull a face because we do this together, and I don't like it when you go away, because then I have to do stuff. I know it seems like I'm just going randomly in a circle, and I sort of am. Had a couple of clumps on there, so I'm trying to make sure I got those evened out. Dry brushing with nothing on is not dry brushing.
Oh, you know what else I share is the... I'm going to share the...
You just...
The URL... Well, I was looking for it. The URL for this board game.
Yes.
In case folks didn't watch the other times you've been painting on that.
Which I didn't even think about that but I should have brought some of the other pieces that I've painted out. Because, these are the character models. They're not as cool as the other pieces. Because, the other pieces are monsters.
Yeah, I need to get rid of the backache and the headache and Get ready for this week's topic discussion.
Yeah.
That we're gonna do in Discord with the placement advisors subscribers. I am so
You
foggy
are
headed right now.
Struggling so bad.
Soda says, sorry, Ty, headaches are less than ideal. Cool color pattern on the base.
Yeah, so I did the black around the edges, and then I did black dry brushing on the top, and then I also did a little bit of the plate metal that's on her gun as well, just to kind of give it a shimmer. But you can very clearly see that purple stands out really, really well.
Soda says, I don't know why, but I'm thinking of Tron.
No, I get that. I keep looking up
Definitely
the
got
camera.
that
That's gonna take
sci-fi.
me.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the back of mine now.
I really am. It's so weird for it to be up there like that.
Sunbaron agrees. Yes, I was too.
Yeah. I totally see it. Yeah. Since I have this night scale out, I'm gonna pick a couple of pieces on her gun her scope is gonna be black.
Nursing this coffee, I think it's helping too. It's teaming up with the ibuprofen. Doesn't help my thought process, but it is numbing the pain, so.
I have a Coca-Cola provided by the wonderful Sunbrand. I literally texted her knock knock and walked over to her house and got a Coke. Because I was out and I was not going to the store for one damn soda. Hit that spot. Yeah, it looks like she has a mask across her face of purple, and I'm gonna leave her that way because any more that I try to do to fix that, I'm going to just make it to where it's this big clump of paint.
Sunbaron says, benefit 100 of living near your bestie.
Yeah.
Sawdust asks, is that painting base holder a pill bottle full of sawdust?
No, it is a pill bottle full of sand. Too high, sorry. It's rough sand. It's just to give it a little weight. This is chunks of wood. Again, just to put a little bit of weight in it. I don't typically have much of an issue with like these size models, but anything larger than this can start to tip the bottles over. So like you can even see like in this one, the residue of I had liquid of some sort in there just to weigh it down so it wouldn't fall over. So I kind of switch up here and there what I use. So little spine thing on her is really cool.
Sawdust says, gotcha, chunks of wood, i.e. sawdust. That's kind of what I was thinking when you said it was chunks of wood.
This is sand. So no, it was the answer.
Yeah,
and then I said, this
one
is
background.
chunks of wood. I'm right, you're wrong. Shh. Kind of put that purple shade all over a lot of different things. So now they're all in this purple tint, and I really, really like that. But I also want some items to be brought back to that silver. Don't do that again.
Me?
Yes, you.
Sorry.
He just used the table to push himself back, and I felt the whole thing shift, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna freeze. Picking out spots on her boots that I want to bring back to the silver. Damn it, I said I was going to get that arm earlier and underneath. I don't even know. It's underneath this arm, where that arm is lined up with her body. I mean, realistically, unless you're holding it like this, looking, you're not going to see it. But now that I've seen it, I know it's there, and it's driving me crazy. See, this is why a wet palette is super good for tiny little items like this. Because no matter what color I need, they're all still liquid, and I didn't have to put a whole bunch out. Okay, I don't know. Well, yeah, Kofi always makes me want to go get coffee. But I don't know what you mean by, what is it, a seam? Like what? No clue. Can't answer that. I'm lost. Because honestly, I talk so much, I don't really listen to myself. Kelly there for you. I'd actually be almost done with her, which seems really wrong. See if I can get these shoelaces to be silver. I said when you first got on, Garrett, that I was using the wet palette. And it really does have a ton of benefits. It's not that I don't like them. I really do. And I went for a really long period where I was constantly using them. And then I was dry brushing way more than I was doing anything else. Shoelaces suck. So wet palette, dry brushing, not a great combo. So I kind of just, it was almost like I fell out of use with it, just because I wasn't painting characters. I wasn't painting anything that I really needed it for. But for the job they do it very, very well. Thank you for forgiving me, Gareth. I appreciate it. Okay. I am going to put her aside because I'm basically happy. I have one spot I want to. Yes, I'm going to do it way up here off camera. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to put her by her card. Under the arm that you know is there now and is driving you crazy. So basically what I meant is where she's holding her gun, the part of her arm right here is tight up against her body. And when I tilt it, I can see that I had missed the paint there. So unless you were like inspecting every little detail of this model, you wouldn't have realized I'd missed it. But I now knew I missed it. It was pissing me off because it was also really difficult to get to. So that's what I was referring to. All right, now I need, what do I need? I'm going to get this. Actually, you know what? I really am kind of digging the idea of doing the army green. So I need to find, I think wool skin will work. You're going to go over to the medic. I'm going to leave the scout alone and kind of basically stare at her for a while and see if I need to change something. That is not the right brush to start with. Got my fine little detail brush. Brushes over here. Don't have very many out tonight. Basically, I have these 4. That's it. Really, almost very quickly 3. You know, it's like she's not an army medic. Got orange hair in the picture too. She doesn't actually have very much pink on her. A little annoying. I want to stick to the character color. But that's like the one character that just really doesn't have a whole lot of her colors. It's sort of like when I get to painting my... I've forgotten the name of it. It's that one that's right there at the Big Giant Games. Sun. Damn it. Anyway.
Oh.
I'm going to do her coat this color. I'll come up with it in a minute. Or Ty will look it up, I think.
I mean, worst case, I'll go.
Kind of hard to miss. Huge freaking board game. But basically each...
Rising Sun?
Rising Sun, thank you. So each player has a team. And each one of your team has a color-coded base. And so, like, what I'll end up doing is having, you know, that team that it's color-coded, so I'll try to use all of most of the colors that go on that particular... No, she's got her sleeves rolled up. Kind of stick to, you know, all pinks for that particular player so that they kind of all blend, but at least I don't have character cards where I can actually see the character and I know this is what that color is supposed to be, which is something Gareth is actually really good at doing. You've been there with some Space Marines. Like, it's a little frustrating to me because I would much rather have her coat all be pink. But I can't because I can very clearly see her coat. But that's okay because you know what? We're going to get very, very fancy schmancy and we're going to put that healing patch, the white... I'm doing it on my head because she's got it on her hat and then on her shoulder. The white square with a red cross in it. We're going to get fancy. I'm going to put that on there too. I get a time check.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's 8:15. So it's kind of flying by, actually.
Well, I'm doing better than I thought I was going to do. Kind of expected to maybe get one done. And then be done. Or not get any done and just get some colors slapped on to models. But like I said, I got multiples out just in case, because I was thinking that, you know, if nothing else, I'd have, you know, get her coat painted and then have to set her down because I need to let that coat dry before I can move on. But there's so little paint going on that it dries fairly quickly, allowing me to continue painting the same model. Which is nice when things are going well. not great when things are going badly. Because when you're frustrated with something, it definitely is a better option to set it down and away. Paint something else that is going better. Okay.
There's well, thanks. I think I missed what you were talking about though.
He's very good at like taking a character card and matching it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Or a fireplace.
Or fireplace. Basically, when he takes a picture, he's very good at making whatever he's painting look like that.
I love that fireplace.
Yeah. My favorite is still the dwarf with the making the blade, and he's got the tattoo on him.
Oh, yes.
Is one of my favorites. All right. The brown shade. Georgie's light just went. I remember where my shades are now that I got all my stuff. Oh, that's right. Another pink right there. I forgot about pixie pink. Ooh, almost out of this one. I always tell my favorites. Putting a shade in a wet palette just means you have water. Shade anymore. I put it in my regular palette. Got a brown so that I could kind of darken, deepen this green up. Can't really see the rest of her outfit. I mean, I can see like her shirt, but I can't see her pants. But I'm finding it extremely difficult to give her pink pants when I've given her an army green jacket.
Gareth says, yeah, I just packed up last night, and I'm glad you think that's a good skill. Sometimes I just feel like a hack when I just match colors.
No, it is definitely, to me, it is definitely a skill.
Seems like magic to me.
Yeah. It is absolutely something that I completely struggle with. Even like with what I was doing earlier. Thank you for the pretty noise, which I know means bits, but I'm detail oriented right now.
Oh, big explosion.
Damn it, I missed it again.
I tried to warn you, but you wouldn't stop talking. Thank you, Gareth, for the 100 bits. And the explosion.
Even tried, like, I know in my head what I want to say the difference between these two colors is. There is a certain tone that this has, but I cannot tell you what that tone is. It's like, it almost has more of a skin color versus the other one has more purple. I can't.
I can tell you, looking at it on the screen, there was no difference.
There is a difference. There is a very, very distinct tonal difference. But what that tone is, the words to describe that tonal difference, not a thing in my head. And it's annoying.
I share Daikon link.
Yes, you should share Daikon because we will actually be there the first weekend of June.
I had brought it up.
For those of you who can make it, should. Those of you who are too far away should travel in.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to use the mythical orange hair.
This is one of the smaller game cons that we go to, and
it is so much fun.
It is honestly one of our two favorites.
It's so relaxed and it's just a lot of fun. Really great people, not just like good people who go, but the staff that they have are really, really great as well.
Yeah, there's no official connection, but the people that run this are actually from oh, my headache is not letting me see the name.
I know the name because I embroidered a gazillion of them.
AEG. AEG games, and you've probably played their games even if you didn't realize it. They have a lot of great games. Card games, board games, all that good stuff.
So AEG was getting ready for Gen Con, and they wanted their employees to wear face masks with AEG on them. So they had me embroider, I think, I don't know,
A lot.
a couple hundred masks. So yeah, I'm like I know I can describe their logo in great detail.
Yeah, we've talked about AEG Game Night at Gen Con on here before.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun if you go to Gen Con. That is an event to sign up for.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You get to play lots of games. You get to meet some of the creators of some of those games, tend to be there teaching people how to play the games.
That was it for me. Was like they're actually there teaching you. I'm trying to figure out. I think this is like, oh, that's her face mask. Okay, now I know what that is. I couldn't identify what this piece was right here because it sits right next to her hair. But in the character thing, she's actually wearing a gas mask on her face. So on her character itself, it's sitting down here like this.
Oh.
So I couldn't tell what it was right here because I couldn't tell if it was part of her hair. But that actually needs a lot darker. We're going to go with rotting wood because it's a good gas mask color. Anyway. So, yeah, Dicon's right there in Collinsville, Illinois. So it's not too far for us. I think it's like
just over an hour, I think,
Yeah.
for us, as long as there's not traffic.
we've never really run into it.
No, we've always been really lucky. Of course, I mean, we're going when everybody else has just gotten to work to set up.
This is true.
And then it's the weekend, so when we're going, everybody else is asleep.
Yes, because it is a long con. I don't mean that like, you know.
No, it's not. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's not a...
No. Hours wise.
Oh, yes, because it goes on late. Yes.
It goes on very late. Shirt is like white and red stripes, although here it just looks like booby with a strip that going across the boob to hold the shirt on. I think that's what we're going to end up painting. All flesh in there. That is definitely just a strip that goes across the boob, not shirt. She is not as pale as the Scout, so I think we're going to get a slightly darker skin tone. A warrior flesh instead. I'm running out of clean spots on my wet palette. I'm not. I have a large one. I hate these clog up so much. It's not the bottle's fault. It's really because I'm not storing them the way they suggest, which is nozzle down. And also, I haven't used some of these in a very long. But I did switch over to storing them down. They at least give myself props for that. And I think, Gareth, you're right. She is not going to have eyebrows. Because fuck that. I wanted to make sure I wasn't. She'll have pink lipstick. The other girl the scout had purple lipstick. I know I'm going to put pink somewhere else. I just don't know where yet. I really can't see her in clothing being pink. It just doesn't work. That's it. She'll get pink makeup in that.
Gareth says, yep, some details just aren't worth the hassle.
I mean, you get to a certain point and you're just muddying the waters, you know? That is not very clear for you guys. Sorry about that.
Eating stuff, so I wasn't paying attention.
Well, sometimes it's easier to flip the model upside down. And I flipped her upside down to reach certain areas, like under her chin and things like that. And then I realized immediately that it was completely blurry. So, but
Gareth is getting the kids to bed, so I'll give you a time check. It is 8 o'clock.
Oh, cool. Night, kiddos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm keeping her upright for the viewers, but realistically, a lot of this area I would be doing with her upside down because it's just easier for me to reach. So don't feel like you need to ever you have to hold it upright. You have to hold it like this. Not a thing. However, it is easier for you to see and work on what you're working on. Do it that way. I'm going to go slightly bigger for our arms. Kind of pausing to see. Because a lot of these things it's like some of the details get so tiny that it's difficult to tell what it is. Like the gas mask took me a few minutes to figure out what the hell that was. But sometimes if you can't figure it out, one of the things that I do is just put a layer of paint on it. And then all of a sudden the details kind of pop out to you of, oh, okay, that's what that is. Gotcha, cool. Moving on now. Kind of have the benefit, Ty's in there in the kitchen making noise. I've got the benefit of the character picture in front of me, which doesn't match the model exactly, but with her being right there, I knew she had that gas mask. So as far as laser etching a character model, I'm sure it would. Now, whether or not you should with the fumes, I don't know about that. Sawdust was talking about laser etching a tattoo on a character.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Except, this one's made of plastic and then resin. I don't know that would be it'd be like toxic.
We'd have to
research that.
We'd have to test it, and I'd just mask up. Even the smoke's not good, so I tend to be ventilated pretty well in there when I'm etching.
Her needle, she's this right here is actually, that right there is actually an injectable gun for medicine and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do, make that, the medicine itself inside there, pink as well.
Oh, there you go. Sawdust says, even the Mini has a gas mask. Yeah. Safety second, Sawdust says. The other concern on that is I'm certainly my lasers anyway only go down so small. So it probably wouldn't look like much of anything on their arm anyway.
I'm just coming back with that same ghoul skin green now that this kind of area is a little dry or drier, and brightening up some of the areas a little longer because some of those are still. Yeah, I need to stop that. Oop, hit my mic. Sorry, Mike.
Again?
And I'm constantly hitting it. That's still pretty. But you're gonna come in and get her hair better. I missed a whole side of her hair, thinking it was skin. And see, she should have pink hair, not orange hair. It's my opinion, and it is more important, I think, to match the and worrying about what's driving me insane. Okay, so she's got kind of an off-white. You know what? We're gonna get our brain matter. Gonna be her shirt color, and then we'll do that stripe across her boob. Be red. What?
Sawdust Dragon says you could make the tattoo such a small detail that if anyone bothered to look at it with a magnifying glass, it would say, "You have no life." that many looks good, Sawdust says.
You just did it again.
I mean, it's my desk. I don't really think about it.
No. I mean, sometimes the mini itself is so cool that it's kind of hard to not make it. It's more of an effort to make it look bad than it is to make it look good. If that makes sense. So tomorrow I will probably be continuing with these guys because I need to get these done. While Tyler's world building. And I will jabber alongside him. We had a topic for discussion for last week, but we weren't able to stream last week. We weren't able to stream at all last week, weren't we?
Tuesday. We did Tuesday.
Did we?
Yeah, because you started the...
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it was, because we weren't able to stream on Wednesday, and then Cora wasn't able to stream on Sunday.
Unmurin, thank you for the 21 bits.
Thank you for the bits.
Cup is filling up again.
So tomorrow we will be discussing.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be fun. It's a subject that I keep pushing people back off of, and then at least one time we got kind of close to the subject, and I got overly excited, and it was good that it was the end of the stream because I probably would have kept going. we are going to talk about possible adventuring classes on the plane. So it's definitely going to be a good one to tune in and give your ideas. Keep it simple, like this is the kind of class I think would be fun to play, and their core is something like this. Or yeah, we're gonna keep it real simple. You guys don't have to develop anything, but you can still let us know what would be exciting to play on the plane, right?
Yeah.
To give you an idea, we already have the one. I don't have my notes open. You remember what they were? Mystic.
It's a tailor, basically.
Mystic Tailor, I think, is what it was called.
Okay, do not shake this table, so help me God, I will divorce you.
My hands are off the table. Wait, you'll what?
You heard me.
I know.
I am making a patch on this girl's head. Don't.
So yeah, Mystic Tailor was one that I think it's tough to remember now, but it kind of came out of.
It came out of Sunburn.
It came out of, was it Sunbaron?
Uh-huh.
That we weren't intending to come up with classes. We were working on careers or something like that, and maybe that's what it was intention to be anyway, was some sort of a career. But we were like, yeah, this needs to be a class. Creepso says she said she would set you free.
I love you too, Creepshow. Jackass.
So that's exciting that we I mean, you know, there'll be things that look like the classes we're all kind of used to, of course, but that wasn't even our intention, was to come up with a class that night, and it's going to be something perfect. I think the Mystic Tailor. So yeah, we've stayed away from that subject. It should be fun to finally broach that one and see what people are thinking would be interesting. Now that people are, it seems like a better time to talk about it because people have a better idea of what the plane looks like now.
Yeah, I agree.
Creepshow says, much love.
I know.
And boops you.
For the meta. Getting too thick, so I need to hurry up and spread it around some. I'm like, I really, really want to make that little red cross, so I'm gonna get myself occupied with something else because I got to wait for that to dry. So walk away, walk away. She's gonna give you an injection of Pepto-Bismol. I didn't think about it before I started. But I want to put pink, damn it. But yeah, that's exactly what this looks like.
Sawdust Dragon says, honestly, at first I thought you meant class as in class to learn stuff, and my brain went to the scam artist that takes your money and teaches you wrong stuff. You go out to the plane and don't come back. No complaints. I am sure some of those guys exist. No, just in, you know, it's always in my mind that once we finish this group of short stories that we'll be working on skinning a tabletop game. So
yeah. back to her coat so that I can avoid those patches because they are screaming my name. That'll be tomorrow. Then Sunday. I haven't spoken with Cora yet. Not sure. I believe they are planning on streaming on Sunday.
Yeah, last week was rough for all of us. Huh? You
It
had
was-
backache on the Friday?
I don't even remember anymore because it
Between-
just screwed my week
Yeah,
up.
between work and then you had that backache that one day, which I think was Friday. And I have a backache this week. Yeah, it was a messy week.
Yeah. Oh, and just so we're clear, I was legitimately sitting on the couch. I'm like, okay, well, it's time to get up. Sat forward, pulled something, immediately fell backwards, and stayed the fuck there.
Weren't you already sore kind of before that happened, though?
I might have been. I don't remember anymore. But I mean, I didn't do anything other than try to sit up. That was enough to mess me up. You know what? I think we're going to go with this rotting wood color for her pants. Nice deep color. What she can't actually see her pants.
Sada says, speaking of work, I'm going to have to split. Early call tomorrow. Hope y'all get to feeling better. Thank you, Sawdust.
I am actually back to normal, but I appreciate it. I
It
love you
was
and have a
rough.
good day at work tomorrow.
Your back was worse than mine, even if it was just the one day.
Yeah. I spent most of the day sitting against a heating pad.
Now I feel like you're chastising me because I didn't.
Partly, yes. The other part was, took care of me and better quick. I think her boots are just going to be straight up black. Maybe we should give her leather boots. I don't know. Time check.
Oh, 8:15.
Okay. I think my patches are dry. Needle tip real quick. Mumbled.
Mumble, mumble, mumble.
I think that's the part that goes over your. Putting silver on those caps. Filter it. Just to give them a little distinction. I'm going to take that lighter skin tone. A little highlight on her cheek. This may go very bad, but it's okay. I've got very, very thin paint. See on my thumb how thin. Don't even sides. It's like super cartoony red. Dragon's blood. Or dragon red, sorry. It's not as cool. I like that red better. I like that rich red. I'm going to use it. Clogged up. This is how you end up with too much paint, is it gets clogged and you have to pour it out of the top of it instead of the tiny tip.
Uh-oh. Oh, that was just a regular cap?
But, okay. Off the desk.
Me?
Yes. I'm doing the cross. Get off the desk. I see your hand.
I mean, I'm doing stuff.
You can wait 5 seconds. Arm is bent back, so cross is. Would if I had paint on the brush.
All right. Also, I'll reiterate the because I know maybe some folks came on after we mentioned that we're going to celebrate our 1 year streaming next month, probably in the first half of the month. And we'll do another giveaway. We don't know what that is yet.
No, we do not.
But it shall be fun.
No.
It does not seem like a year. What else? Be back tomorrow. We'll be talking about I'm going over this because it's 8:20, so I'm guessing you're getting close in it.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Dawn will be painting still on the Nemesis pieces tomorrow.
Yes.
And we will be world building, adventuring classes finally for the plane. Things that you would want to play or that you would like to see played. Sunburn says it's purdy with our little ducky. So yeah, finally going to talk about adventuring classes, and Dawn will be painting some more on this Nemesis board game set. We have sale going on until, does it end May 31st? May 31st it ends, so we just started it Friday instead of waiting for Memorial Day weekend. I don't remember. 15% off orders 35 and up, I think. Hey, I'm not usually the one that remembers that stuff. But if you're interested in any pieces, Sunbeer 500 bits. Thank you. Oh, explosion.
Oh, wow.
Big explosion.
That was good when I saw it.
Thank
you for the bits.
The bits, big time. So that sale is going until the 31st. So a good time to if you have some stuff that you were thinking about grabbing, this is a good time for it. Cora on Sunday should be streaming. We don't know yet.
Should be, but we forgot to ask, and they've already gone to bed because they get up early.
They have crashed.
Do you want to zoom in? Because that looks so freaking cute.
DieCon is coming up early next month. We'll be going to that. I left a link earlier. I can try and grab that again here shortly and share it so that if anybody is wanting to take a trip to Collinsville, Illinois.
Thank you, Bali. I was going to zoom in so you guys can see it a little more clearly.
Oh, I wonder if I can focus. Oh, that's nice.
So there's that side. Got her little strip right there. Got it on that side. So this one I tried to keep up and down because her arm is straight. But this one I tilted, kind of leaned it back because her arm is back. Oh, I think I'm going to put red in there. You can probably just leave it there for a minute.
Okay. The only other thing I had was if anybody has thought about subscribing to the Patreon, this month we're doing it also ends on the 31st. So if you subscribe at Agdol Farmer or Placement Advisor level, then you're going to get a packet of stickers, a sticker, a postcard,
Presents.
a campfire story physically sent to your home. We're also, I guess, early in June or maybe in the next couple of days, we'll start figuring out for anybody who's been helping with world building. We're going to do the same sort of thing for you, except a different pack, different sticker and postcard and campfire story and stuff. And finally, if you do happen to be both, then you're actually going to get 3, not just 2, but you're going to get 3. Anyway, I needed to mention that about the Patreon because that's ending this month. Special offer will be going away. Actually, maybe some folks don't even know that Patreon is actually supporting the plane. So actually doing some work. We're going to try to do that with the Patreon. Oh, the Ko-fi also has that as well. The subscriptions, they're exactly the same.
Yes, there's no difference between the Ko-fi and the Patreon. It's just whichever one you're more comfortable with. They will, when something's released on one, it will be released the exact same time or moments later on the other one.
Polytip says, I'm excited for my flying wasp stickers. Jokes aside, patron linked in bio. It is not yet. Holy, that is all on me. It is not, but I have it open. Yes.
It's my job to sit here and do this. It's his job to do everything else.
Bad beard, Polytip says.
You want to back it up again, you can.
Yeah.
All right, we're going for the pink lips now. Not that I can find them. Oh, wait, I think I see.
Oh, you just don't want people to see too closely on this part. Is that why you told me to zoom out?
Yes, because I just basically went Joker style. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. So basically, I have a clean brush here. I'm trying to wipe some of it away. And what I'll do is I'll come back with her skin tone and clean it up. And I mean, it's totally a doable thing to clean it up. You just want to try not to do that too much. Because what you'll end up doing is taking away all of the detail of the model because you've put too much paint on.
Yucha says, sorry, I thought Ty was the face for the stream. That was his job.
Well, the pretty face for the stream, yes. And you are rocking that beard.
Even with it oh so short?
Yes, even with it so short.
Polytim says the beard engineer.
Pretty much.
I like that. The beard engineer. That's too far. Don't want a t-shirt that says that.
You just want a t-shirt. You don't even care.
Like I don't have enough t-shirts, right?
All right. We're going to try to do the pink dot eyeball.
You know, my hands are off the desk. I started getting rid of other shirts because we have so many GameCon shirts now. Ingy beard. Oh, that's clever. I want that t-shirt. My sister-in-law gave me a t-shirt though. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it says. Is it I grow
Oh.
that's what I do. I grow a beard and I know things. I think is
That's it. That's it.
Ingy beard. I like it.
Okay. So, not done, but time is up. So we will continue. But pretty happy with the scout. I think the scout might be actually, which is the purple. So, let me see here. Clean hands real quick, and I can show you. Scouts page without it being tiny. So, like I said, I'm going to leave them in the plastic because I'm protecting somebody else's board. Although, let's be honest, if it was my board game, I would still do the same. So,
Ollie Tip says, how can such a tiny booty be so beefy?
right?
That mini got me sweating.
She's rocking that butt, you know. Got junk in her trunk, man. So, anyway, we're going to say she is done. I am happy with her. She does have like a little, she's a scout, so she's got a mask. Because her makeup is finagled. And then this is the medic. So it looks like, okay, actually now that I'm looking at it, yes, those are just red straps going across the boobs. That's what we have, red straps going across the boobs.
Oh, looks good.
So, but like I said, I can't see her pants, so I don't know what color they are, so I'm making them whatever color I want. And she has her Pepto-Bismol ready to inject. So we need to do the boots.
Get rid of that tummy ache quick.
Yep, we need to do the boots. We need to do the backpack needs better detail. And the gun needs detail. And then the straps and the belt. And we're done with this. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
That one kind of...
That got me.
That got me a little bit, yeah. So that is the medic.
Ollie Tip says, that's a medic uniform. Got it. I'll show this to my manager and see how far I get.
So tomorrow... See, and okay, look.
The paint? Is that
That's
what you're
paint
showing
splatter.
us?
This is why I protect other people's shit.
Yeah. Well, like you said, if it was our game, you'd be covering it
I
like
would
that
be doing
too.
it anyway. Okay. So, tomorrow we will come back and we will finish the medic because she's almost there. And then we will start working on the mechanic, who is super cool looking.
Yeah.
And
Creepshow said, I did not know that xenomorphs got stomach aches.
And the soldier also. And no, that not getting painted on.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. This is going to be shiny.
Even more so. More tummies, more ache, says Bali Tempest.
So maybe tomorrow we'll be able to get through finishing her and getting those two done. And then we have this guy. So cute.
That's cool.
Yeah. So his color scheme is gray. And then the captain, who is blue.
I don't think I looked at any of the characters before. They're actually really cool.
And then this one, which she's got all kind of shit on her face. And I forget what she...
Era says in response to Creepshow's xenomorphs and tummy aches,
Pilot.
he's molting, but this is just him blending in.
She is the pilot. And she is green based. But this is like, she's got a piece that comes around one eye. So she's pretty cool. So that's all the characters. And then, like I said, I also have the little alien babies. that are set aside right here for me to work on as well. And let's see, I've got a couple more of the stand-up ones, and then I have the ones that are like laying out across the game piece as well.
Just a baby, says Bali Tempest.
Baby. Was born an alien. Identify as an alien. But my mom is the baby. Sorry. Puppy thing. Okay, I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm quitting before I get like sucked into going and going and going and going. Yeah, the medic is probably by far my favorite right now. He looks way better than the scout. I love the little cross. I'm so glad I put the patches on. She would not have looked as good if I had done the pink coat. So I'm glad I went with the army coat. So that's it. I'm done. I quit. We will be back tomorrow where I will unquit. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye, folks.
Oh, I'm going to hit the camera.
Thank you, Gareth.
Thanks, Gareth. Oh, see, I knew I was going to hit the camera.